small to give. You made a real mess, but I miss you though. 'Cause I can go to sleep when I'm alone again. Say you wanna fix our problems. How long should I be waiting? Feels like I've had too much of drama, but I'm not ready to give in.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to try and sort out the alternator pulley issue with the RX-7. So as you would have seen in the last video there, that I had problems with alternator belts coming off. The standard system's fine, but I thought while I'm going to be addressing this, I'll maybe just try a different setup anyway. A manual tensioner opposed to like a spring tensioned one. So there'll probably be reasons why they are spring tensioned, but old school cars just use manual tension. So because the car does live at quite high RPM and changes RPMs quite fast, I would rather not have to worry about, you know, the floating of a spring one and just rely on a nice manual one. So yeah, I'm just at the car just now, and I've got an idea that I'm going to try and work with. So we're under some slight constraints because obviously this has to go up here, although I can make a new one of these, make it come straight out opposed to coming out at an angle. And the idea is the belt comes round here, round the alternator, down over the water pump, round here, and I'm going to use this pulley here, which used to be up here. You know, the tensioner was here, this idler pulley was here, and I'm going to mount a plate on here and think about mounting this here, so the belt will run over the top of this round here to the alternator, and I'll have a way to move this up and down to tension the belt, so that'll work quite nicely. So if I put a plate here, I'll need to make a wee machined bush for this, and then that should work a treat. So because I've got the wee man the day, he's just chilling over there getting warm. It's quite cold outside. I can't really use a lathe and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm on Tinkercad here. These are just some wee designs I've made. Injector bosses, DCT collars and stuff like that for the RX-7, and just things if I'm offshore and I'm trying to figure out, you know, if things are going to fit, I'll make CAD drawings and I'll actually see if they fit. So I'm going to create a new design anyway. And I've got an idea in my head how I want to mount this pulley here. I've got my just basically my calipers, just steel ones, no fancy digital ones just now because I don't need it to be that accurate. I've got some basic measurements, and I'll need to make a wee boss for this, and then the plate, and then I'll make a metal version once I'm done. So make sure it all fits, and then I can get belt sizes and ordered up, and then we can make the real version from there. So I've made my plate up here. We've got 95 by 95 by 95, just a wee square, and I've made this wee piece here. I'll countersink that down, and that's basically just made up of two cylindrical objects, and then straight across, group them all together, and it makes like a wee hole. So that'll be for elongating, elongating the bolt holes, so I can slide this plate up and down, which can give me my tension. So I think that's how I'm going to do it.
I want to hold it.
You want to hold the pussycat?
Yeah.
What's his name? Wee man. So what we're doing here is we're just making the boss. I've made this little boss here for mounting this on. We'll just group it together, put a hole through it as well. So putting a hole through it, I've made it 7mm so I can tap the plastic to 8mm, and then that way I can put a bolt in it and actually make sure that this is going to work. So it's upside down, son. And yeah, so here we go. Here's just a little basic plate here. Naturally, the signature dish of the BEYTEK banter. This piece here is basically just a bit of plate, and I'll make this boss up on the lathe. So now we're upstairs, and this is it in Cura. It's just about to start off, and you can preview what it's going to be like. So building up the layers and stuff like that. So the first thing the machine will do is make like a perimeter, a little plastic perimeter piece, just to show the area it's going to be working in. And basically this will give me an idea as well to see if the bed's level. Very important to get bed level. A lot of people ask me how I get my prints so nice and neat. I spend a good 5 minutes getting the bed level. So the bed's wiped down with some of my race fuel, ethanol, and then I use some of the Mrs. hairspray on the bed. So we'll see how this turns out. Just using PLA, nothing fancy. See what it's doing just now is just drawing the holes. So we're still printing. I think this is just the base pretty much done now, so just waiting for it to finish filling up, and it's probably got another layer to go, and then it'll start on the actual mount. You want me to fix it, please?
I want to fix it, please.
Okie dokie, son. Let's fix it. And as if by magic, that's it complete. Perfect. That works a treat. See if we can get the thing fitted up. Right, so it fits on quite nicely. So testing is nice. I have got this piece in here, you know, it's going across and that's misaligned that hole, but not too much of an issue. Goes in the bottom pulley, round all in there, around here, and obviously the holes are elongated so I can tension it up just nicely. So what I've done is I've got a standard belt, I've cut it to the right size, and basically now we'll measure out this piece here with length, and whatever it is in millimeters, that'll tell us the code that we need to get. And how many ribs are we? I always forget, I think it's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, 7 rib belt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So it'll be 7 PK. Let's measure this up. 7 PK 1110. So I wonder where that is. It's probably like off a Fabi or something like that. But yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll get one from Dingbro and then we'll make up the final version out of steel. And just like that, 7 PK. They didn't have 1110, so I got 1113, which is fine. So new belt is on. As you can see around there. It's a bit slack just now, but the way I've elongated it and I'll be able to adjust it so it can pull tight. I'll maybe make a little bolt piece on here to aid tension, or even like a spring or something to hold it up. But yeah, when I make the steel version up, that should work a treat. So now that the plastic one's going to work, I'll start make up the metal one. So I'll lathe up a boss here for mounting the pulley, and weld on a wee Allen key head somewhere. I'll neaten up the edges when I'm done. I just need to get more sizes and stuff done first and make sure it actually fits and it's going to swivel okay. So just spending a little bit of time here. I've got my one pivot point here, and they're kind of like smiley faces as such. So obviously, if you can imagine, as it's rotating round, it's not going to be straight, is it? So I've drilled these out. I'm going to get the file now. I'm going to smooth them out. We'll test fit them on to make sure we've got plenty movement, and then we can move on to where we're going to mount the pulley. So this is what I mean by the elongations here. You can see basically, so I've got room for the tensioner to move back and forward. Just handballing it out, just trying to get the shape of it just now, but it's getting there, it's getting there. So just making up the first piece here in the bung, and stuck a tap in there, tapped it right mil, and fucking losing everything. This now fits in here, a little bit shallow obviously, so I can clamp it on the inner race of the bearing. That'll fit on there, so then I'll need to part this off and then stick that on the plate. So we're getting somewhere. As you can see, a welder on an Allen key head there, and the bung piece is all on. I've just decided to go with the 2 holes because the third was giving me gyps, so let's get a wee paint and then get it fed. Right, so I welded this up, this little piece here, because if you guys remember when it comes out the engine, it takes a 90 degrees bend, so as you can see the welds are tiny because I think it was up to like 35 amps or 40 amps, just be really gentle with it because it's really thin steel. Okay, so there we have it. It's all bolted on. You can see there the Allen key I put in there just for the leverage. You know, I'm getting plenty of leverage in there. Get that tight, so that's all we're going to need. So yeah, it's actually really nice to see someone you come up with work. So yeah, this is the piece here I had to weld to come out, because I'll come straight out here and round and just onto this pipe. It's just about 8 and 10, which will go around in a nice sort of angle there. It shouldn't be too much of a big deal, so let's get to it. So there we go, all on and nice. So I've not cut off this piece yet. I'll get to that after I've made sure that this setup's going to work. But what we'll do is we'll start the car up, we'll let it warm up, and I'll probably need to adjust the belt again, but it feels pretty tight, so pretty happy with that, to be honest. So far, so that's always a good thing. Just squeak it. Yeah. Oh, it's pretty solid. So we can warm up and then heat off some of the coolant. Only downside to this though is I need to take this pipe off and take the belt off. So that is a downside for sure. It's only one little Allen key here though. Pull that off, put it back on again and top up the water. So. Right guys, that's going to do it for this video. All success, switched off and checked the tightness, and it's just as tight as it was before, so happy with that. So it's a success. Well, so far anyway, so the long term effects will be able to tell us, but the reason that it did jump off the standard one was the standard pulley basically was taking up a bit of the slack, and then if it went too far it would stick, and then the belt would be loose. The belt comes pinging off. So with the manual side of things, it can't come loose, so yeah, I'm very happy with that. But as the car is just now in drag spec, what I'll need to do is jack it up, swap the wheels, swap the suspension, and put it back to road mode for the winter, because drag race is pretty much done till next year now. So but obviously I still use the car during the winter, so there'll be plenty of videos to come up, probably with a snowplow in the front of it or something. But yeah, as per usual guys, stay safe. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.